Okay, so this is how I put the stove together, very simply. I've just taken it apart. It's a used one, so it's not all shiny out the box. It's been obviously set up before, so all of the tabs have been slightly bent in, which happens the first time you put it together. So the first time you put it together, I strongly suggest you put all 6 panels together, then take this panel out and put the base plate in. Now, that having already happened, I'm just going to do it how you would do it every other time, which is you put 5 panels together, the 5 that are not the door panel. Right, so there's 4, and I'll put the 5th one like so. I put it upside down, base plate. Now I put my hand in the gap, right, and using my fist, my thumb to just squeeze it open a little bit. I can very easily just position that base plate in like so. Very, very simple. So I'm using my hand in the gap to just spread that a little bit, just to open it up a little bit, so that the tabs for the base plate can just slot into the slots. And then I've just got this last panel, which I orient it. Now I've got it on the side. You can do it several ways, but I just put it on the side in this case. I'm going to do the door tabs first, like so. I've got the base plate piece to line up, and then I just line up the slot side, and there it is. Just check that they're all lined up, right? So, you know, without explaining it and just doing it as quick as possible, I could probably do that in 30 seconds. Then, the large pot, start with the one with the holes, which has got the slot facing down, the piece with the middle section, and then the piece with the top section just sits on top, right? Drop that in on top. Get the toaster rack, spin that around, hold the 2 opposing tabs together. Oh, sorry, that's not next. We've got the windshield. Excuse me. I just simply take one at a time. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you go, but it usually helps to go the same way each time, unless you want to increase the tension, in which case you reverse the direction, tension on the tab and slot. So I've got 4 in. If you put 4 in, the opposing panels should be parallel. If they're like this, then you want to just stretch it out a little bit, and if they're really open, then you like wider than that, then you might want to spin the direction. By that I mean, okay, take that piece, flip it around that way, and then do the tabs going the other way. And you'll see how that's now tightened it. It's actually made the opposing pieces kick in, so now I can stretch it open a little bit. All right, that's that little micro stretch I'm talking about. And then get piece number 5 and piece number 6. It's very simple. Put it in and get that last piece, just wiggle it and just jiggle it a little bit so that it's evenly hexagonal. You want the angles to be the same, and that just drops straight on like so. We come back to the toaster, and that can sit on any of those 4 height settings. That's how I would normally use it. Stick feeder obviously just slots straight in like so, and that's if I'm going bushwalking and I don't want to carry this section. I can effectively halve the weight of the whole unit by taking that off and using these 3. I mean, you can even use this stove without this. You can just put a pot straight on there, but I've got a small coffee pot that falls in that gap, so that's why I made this piece specifically for that coffee pot. So then I can put a coffee pot on there, and that's it.